Hello everyone, in this video I'm gonna show you how you can make a dialer application like this. You can enter a number, you can also edit them, and you can press call. That's it. So let's start. At first, let's make our layout for the main activity. So here I'll add a linear layout. The width will be mesh parent and the height would be 500 dp, and the orientation would be vertical, and let's set the weight sum of 6. Now inside this linear layout, let's add a card view and give it to match parent, and let's set the linear layout to the bottom, align parent bottom true. Now let's give this card view a weight. The height would be 0 dp and layout weight would be 1. This one is for our text view to hold the number. Let's give it a padding of 2 dp and card elevation of 10 dp. Now inside this card view, let's create another linear layout. Width will be match parent and height will be also match parent, and this time the orientation would be horizontal, and there will be a weight sum of 4. Now inside this linear layout, let's add a text view where the width would be 0 and 0 dp and the height would be match parent, and the weight would be 3. Let's give it an ID. ID would be txt phone, and let's set the text size to 20 sp, text 1 2 3 4, and text color would be black. Let's increase the text size a little bit to 45 sp. That's it. Let's give it 40 to look better. Okay, and the text style to bold. Okay, now let's add a button for the backspace. We have to set an image button and set the width to match parent, width to 0 dp and the height to match parent, and then the layout weight would be 1. And for the background, let's create a drawable resource file. In the drawable, create a new vector asset and search for the backspace. Here is the backspace icon, so click on OK and set the color to black, and click and set a name for that, and click next and finish. Let's now select the background, src @drawable IC backspace. That's it. Now For the buttons, for the number buttons, let's create another card view. Of, let's give it width would be match parent and height would be 4. Sorry, height would be 0 dp because the layout weight would be 4. Now inside this card view, add a few linear layouts. So the width would be match parent, the height would be should be 1 here, but we have to let's create, okay, here let's give the height to match parent and give it a weight sum of 4, and inside this create another linear layout, width of match parent and height of 0 dp and the layout weight of 1. Here in the linear layout we have to set the orientation to vertical. And now inside this linear layout we have to create another linear layout. The width would be match parent, the height would be match parent again. This time the orientation would be horizontal and the weight sum would be 3. Now inside this linear layout we will create 3 buttons, width of 0 dp, height of match parent, layout weight 1, text 1, text style would be bold, text size 45 sp. So let's set it to 40. Okay, now copy this button for 3 more times and change the text to 2 and 3. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to copy this linear layout 3 more times, 1, 2 and 3. Now open each of them and change the values to 4, 5, 6 and here 7, 8, 9 and here star, star, 0 and hash. That's it. Now let's go under this linear layout and create a button here, match parent and match parent. Actually give it to 0 dp and okay. To make it look better, let's create a linear layout here. Give this height to 0 dp and where is the problem? As we have created a card view here with weight 4 is there. Okay, so here let's add a button only, match parent, give it a margin of 8 dp. What? Oops. This button would be outside of this card view, so the margin would be 8 dp. What am I doing? This will be outside this. As you can see, the weight sum. So the card view 1, card view 2, and then inside this card view we're gonna have a button. Width would be match parent, height would be 0 dp, and layout weight would be 1. That's it. Now let's give it a margin of 8 dp. Let's set the text to call. Change the text size 40. Let's say 35 sp. Text style to bold. Let's set the background to Android color green light. That's it for the layout. Now let's go to the main activity.java. Before that we have to give all these buttons some ID. So for the image button, let's give it an ID of I button, and for the first linear layout, let's give this button ID B1, second button ID B2, the third button's ID is B3, the fourth button's ID is B4, fifth one b5, oops, b5, sixth one b6, seventh one b7, eighth one b8, ninth one b9, this one is b star, this one is b0, this one is b hash, finally this one is b call. Now let's go to the main interpreter.java and initialize our buttons. Let's call the find view by ID for all of them. r.id.b1, b2, b3, b4, b5, b6, b7, b8, b9, b0, b star, b hash, b call, and another one for b back. So b2, b3, b4, b5, b6, b7, b8, b9, b0 for b star, b star, b hash, b call, and the I button. Okay, now let's set, we have to set on click listener for all the buttons, but at first we have to ask from the user the permission to call or to use the phone functionality. So let's go to our manifest file, and here let's ask for permission, call phone. Now go to main activity, and here we have to go to the wheel cradle, and here we have to pass the texture. So here just copy this dependency and paste it here and click on sync now. Then close them all, and inside the main activity let's ask Dexter dot with context this dot with permission manifest dot permission dot call phone, then dot with listener new permission listener, and here you have to add dot check. Now what we can do, we have to create on-click listener for these buttons. We have to also add the text view TV, and inside the XML file there was a text view which we named text phone to store the phone number. So TV equals find view by ID r dot id dot text phone. Now for p1 dot set on click listener TV dot get text dot to string plus 1. Okay, that's wrong. New view dot click listener. Here we have to pass this TV dot set text TV dot get text dot to string plus 1. So here what we are doing is when the user presses the 1 button, it appends this one with the previously added numbers. Now let's make the on-click listener for the other buttons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. For B2 we will append 2. For B3 we will append 3. For B4 we are gonna append 4. For B5 append 5. B6 append 6. B7 append 7. B8 append 8. B9 append 9. B0 append 0. B star append star. B hash append hash. Now for the B call, we have to ask for a method to make phone call. Now let's implement this method, make phone call. Now to make this method, we have to get the number from the text view. So let's take the number from the text view and put it in a string. So string number equals to tv dot get text dot toString, and then let's make another string for dialing equals, you have to write tail colon and then append the number. Then we can call the call intent. So start activity, new intent dot new intent dot action underscore call, and the second parameter would be the number which we have stored in the dial, URI dot parse dial. New, this is showing an error. We made a mistake here. New intent this should be inside here. Now we have to implement the backspace button. To implement the backspace, let's go to here and back.set on click listener, new figure on click listener. Let's create a string builder. String builder equals new string builder tv dot get text and then string builder dot delete character at tv dot get text dot length -1, so that we can delete the rightmost digit from the text view. Then let's create a new string new string equals string builder dot toString, and then we can set the string to the text view, new string. That's it. Now let's run our project. So it's asking for permission. Allow. So in this application, when we can type the numbers 0 1 4 5 3 2 7 8, and when I click on the call button, it starts to make a call. You can press backspace and make a phone call again. That's it.